I told you in yesterday's video, the calendar week at Orleans is done. First week is done. So this is a week 1 recap. What happened in week 1? Found out where the EDR is, employee dining room. Barely mentioned that. Of course, there's some unhealthy stuff, donuts, chips, soda. You could keep it healthy based on macros. I can't imagine the quality of ingredients is that high, how the animals were raised, how the produce was grown. But I mean, there's a salad bar area, so you could, you know, they have chicken, ham, turkey, corn, olives, tomatoes, onions, beans, dressings, probably some of the unhealthiest stuff over there. There's some shredded cheese, leaving out plenty of stuff, but hard-boiled eggs. So you could keep it pretty healthy based on a macronutrient perspective. The sandwiches, haven't gotten one. You ask a guy, like, it's kind of a setup like Subway. Like square bread, like the bread you would have in your house, not at Subway. But you tell an employee what you want on the sandwich. Those actually look pretty good. I'll get one day. But there's that. One day there was hot food. Actually, the sausages didn't look cooked. I got a piece of chicken from over there, but I mean, there's chicken in the salad bar area. Anyway, so found out where the EDR is, employee dining room. I dealt cash and tournaments. What did I deal in cash? Almost everything that goes. Limit hold'em, no limit hold'em, Omaha 8. Is there anything else? I think I saw an interest list for a stud game that didn't go. I think I saw an interest list for a mixed game that didn't go either. But I dealt 2 stakes of limit hold'em, 2 stakes of Omaha 8, 2 stakes of no limit hold'em. Still getting used to having so many denominations in the rack, but I'll get better at it. Already am after just 2 days and like 7 hours of cash. Already way better hour 7 than I was hour 1 at doing all the things that need to be done while cash games are going on. Tournaments, hold'em, deuce to 7 triple draw, Omaha 8, stud. Why was I dealing stud? We just had a stud tournament? It wasn't like a mix or anything? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I was just dealing stud one day, I remember. Because it was the first time I dealt stud. Vividly remember that. Anyway, tomorrow, horse tournament. That'll be fun. I don't know how many people it's going to get. Big buy-in. $1,100. Don't know the breakdown of the prize pool allotment and the rake, but $1,100 horse event tomorrow. So that'll be interesting to deal. But dealt cash, dealt tournaments, dealt a bunch of games. Understand that anytime, you know, I'm either, it's okay, so like Bally's during a typical day, not during a series. Like, one side of the room is cash, one side is tournaments, but the string just goes through, like you're dealing both. It's not like this at Orleans during the summer series. There's like the cash game area, certain floor people are just dealing with the cash games, and there's the tournament area, certain floor people are just dealing with the tournaments. So if there's ever, stray cat over there. If there's ever, if you're doing one, like you're doing that one for a while, and if those floor people ever tell you, we don't need you anymore, you're out, no harm at all. Sometimes they tell you, go over to that other area, see if they need you. It looks like they need somebody. Even if they don't tell you to do that, no harm at all in going over to the other side and asking, do you need somebody? And if that area doesn't need you either, then clock out, go home. But that's a way to try to get some more hours, some more money. What else? First day, my card didn't work when I clocked in. Instantly, an employee was very helpful, told me put some clear tape over it, and that should do it. That happened to him on his first day. I don't know when exactly his first day was, but he showed me his card, had some tape on it. I went home after that first day, put some shipping tape over it, and yeah, it's worked. It's worked every day since. So thanks a lot to that employee. Thanks to the dealer who was pushing me that first day. Every break would check to see what I was doing during break, if I was doing everything I was supposed to be doing and with the correct Orleans procedures. A lot of help from some of the dealers. What else? I'm thinking, it's early, but I'm thinking maybe not the best shift for max hours, because for one, 11 a.m., you know, start in the tournament area, even though 2 days I did start in the cash game area, but start in the tournament area. In addition to it just being early in the day, a lot of people seem to love late registering for events. So starting at 11, even if the 11, like if the 4 p.m. tournament, if the 6 p.m. tournament are going to get a lot of people, that doesn't help someone who's starting at 11 a.m. And even the 11 a.m. tournament might end up getting a lot of people, but maybe the first 3 hours are very slow and you get sent home, and then like in hour 5 it picks up and you're already gone. So right now, early perspective might not be the best shift for maximizing hours, but I'll see how it works out the rest of the summer. I'll also try to find some people who are starting at 4 and 6 and try to gauge how many hours they're getting, if they're being sent home early or not. But first 3 days were very good, with the help of them needing me in the cash game area on day 2 and day 3. But the last 2 days were only like 6.5 hours total. It is nice getting tips in cash games, just cash them out, and that's it. Although I am keeping track of all the tournament downs, all my hours on the clock, and we'll see if my paycheck is the correct amount. First paycheck is given. The payday for the pay period we're in right now as I speak to the camera is June 13th. So I guess June 13th or 14th, I don't know if it's supposed to hit my bank account instantly, but I'll see the amount that is supposed to be my first paycheck. And anything else, try not to be too specific, because you know I've been specific throughout the week with the videos, but what else? I'm seeing a lot of people have 2 positions and are like going for no overtime in either. They're like willing to deal a maximum of 8 hours at Orleans, and then they need to leave to get to their second position. I was at first already thinking the logistics are probably more complicated or cumbersome, I think is a better word, than it might seem at first glance. Needing like both uniforms, needing to drive from one casino to another, needing maybe you want to sleep, maybe like you have 3 hours between shifts, you want to drive to your second place, then sleep. It's going to be hot. You could probably get out of the sun in a parking garage, but it's definitely going to be a hot temperature, even if the sun's not beating down on you. What kind of a day that is going to be like. But we'll also see what it's like in like 2 weeks, because I can see plenty of people thinking this would be a great idea and quitting. Not maybe a little bit the physical aspect of it, like how much it wears down your back, but I think mostly the mental aspect of like maybe you make one too many mistakes and either the floor doesn't love it or probably the players, especially players at Orleans, who could be they're different. They're different than the players I see at Bally's. Play there a lot different than the players I see at MGM. I mean, a few people are the same. I recognize some players, but different type. I actually like it. I like how much they're like running the game in the cash games, and you get some help from them. And I'm not like some of the games have kill pots, which Limit Hold'em in Potawatomi had kill pots. That's about my only experience with kill pots, and I would only play while I was waiting for a seat, so I wasn't 100% sure on the rules. It's nice when players just help you out and say, that's a kill pot. I know what it is, I know the concept, but there's like 3-6 limit, there's 4-8 limit, and then there's 2 different stakes of Omaha 8, and all of them have different requirements for what triggers a kill pot. First of all, 2 of them are different games. There's Limit Hold'em, which is consecutive pots, and there's Omaha 8, which is a scoop. That's what triggers it. But also, each of the 4 games has a different dollar amount. Like, it can't just be that you're playing 4-8 Limit Hold'em and someone steals the blinds, and the next hand, that player steals the blinds. That doesn't trigger a kill pot. The pots weren't big enough. So it's nice, to me, having like the help of the regular players who know what's going on more than anybody. But I could see how it would like fluster some other dealers, that like players are telling them things and maybe like 3 players at once are telling them something, and it's just like very like mentally exhausting. And so we'll see after like 2 weeks how many people have disappeared from dealing, who were there on day one. And yeah, I think that could wrap it up for a recap of week one. I've been enjoying it, been enjoying how fast time goes while I'm dealing, enjoyed being subjected to so many games within the first week, tournament and cash, and like at least 4 different types of games within the tournaments, at least 4 different games and stakes. I think six different games officially I dealt in cash, and 4 different games I've dealt so far in tournaments, and tomorrow is horse, so there will be some Raz and some stud 8. Haven't dealt those yet, but should get them under my belt tomorrow. So I'm enjoying it. Also meeting a ton of people. I think every single day, at least one. I think between like 1 and 6 people every day have mentioned the channel. I don't think I've given a shout out specifically to the couple from Milwaukee during the Deuce to 7 day is when I met them. Yeah, I talked a little about Potawatomi, the new room, the old room. Pretty sure. I don't know what would change my plans. You know, I call a lot of audibles, but pretty sure right now I'm taking the northern route back. My plan right now in winter is to stop in Black Hawk, Colorado, play for 1 or 2 days, stop in Council Bluffs. I don't even know if I'll play. Probably play 1 day, but more so to see my law school friend. Then go a little north, play a session in Potawatomi. Haven't been back in the state in about 10 years since I moved. And then make my way east through the Midwest states and get back to New York. And yeah, I guess that's gonna be a wrap on day 1. Tomorrow's video will cover my 6th day of working and the first day of week 2 as far as calendar weeks at Orleans are concerned. Tomorrow is a horse tournament, and then 4 p.m. a no limit tournament, and 6 p.m. another no limit tournament, and always possible that they throw me in the cash game area. So I'll see everyone tomorrow. And remember, rice is a spoon food.